type. Yeah, good morning in that. It's Uncle Lou here. That's right. It is me, Uncle Lou, live on a Friday morning at 9 a.m. I saw somebody type earlier, why is he doing this today? What is playoff games today? And bowl games today. So we're doing the kickoff show today so we can talk about Indiana Notre Dame instead of waiting till tomorrow. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the weekend. College football playoffs do start tonight at 8 p.m. I'll be live on YouTube tonight for the Indiana Notre Dame game, home game for Notre Dame. They're favored by about 7.5, depending on where you look. First ever playoff game in the 12-team format. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be live streaming it tonight on YouTube. So if you're going to be watching, come hang out. We always have a good time on those live streams. And yes, the rumors are true. There will be a special guest live in studio. So that's exciting. Or at least it should be. What are the games coming up today? I'm glad you asked. Ohio at Jacksonville State. Noon on ESPN. Ohio, favored by 5.5. Ohio's the only FBS team that hasn't had anybody enter the portal. Is that true? I heard that yesterday. Now, I don't know if that's good in that means they're keeping their team intact, or if that means they're so bad not a single team in the country wants anybody off their roster. I don't know. But anyway, because of that and because of that alone, I like Ohio minus the points in that one. I even bet on it, too. I'm a sick individual. I am. Tulane at Florida. Not sure what's going on here. Did a bunch of Florida players quit in the last couple of days? Oh, I'm sorry. Opt out. Because this line was 14 3 days ago. And it's down to 11. So everybody's putting their money on Tulane, which means I'm going with Florida. I actually like all the favorites today. I like Notre Dame, too. Notre Dame's the only favorite I like, though, in the playoffs. I like Tennessee plus the points, SMU plus the points, and Clemson plus the points in the other 3 playoff games. But I like all the favorites today, which means all the underdogs will cover and probably win. Because I'm an idiot who's never seen a game. Boy, I hope y'all have y'all's Christmas shopping done. Y'all better not be one of them people running around Walmart Monday or Tuesday of next week. That's unacceptable. Yeah, that is extremely unacceptable. Good morning. When's the ReliaQuest Bowl? Anybody know? When's the ReliaQuest Bowl? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows or cares even. Yeah. Streaming schedule for this weekend, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. As previously mentioned, I'll be live tonight at 8 o'clock with a special guest here in the studio with me to watch Notre Dame, Indiana. Tomorrow, I'll be back live on YouTube at noon for SMU at Penn State. And then the Patreon stream this weekend will be the Tennessee-Ohio State game at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Make sure you're signed up on the Patreon if you're not. If you're not, I don't know what's wrong with you. You've been missing a lot of, you've been missing out. I don't know what else to tell you. But the link to the Patreon stream is in the description of this video. So if you want to check it out, click that link. It'll take you over to the Patreon page. Have yourself a look around. And go ahead and get signed up on the Patreon page, and let's watch the Tennessee-Ohio State game. That seems to be the game people are looking forward to the most from just the talk I've heard over the last couple of weeks since the seedings were, since the brackets were announced. The Tennessee-Ohio State game seems to be the game that's getting the most attention. Could it be Ryan Day's last game as head coach for Ohio State? It could be. Could Tennessee be the Grinch that stole Christmas for Ryan Day? Could Ryan Day get fired a couple of days before Christmas? Yeah. It could happen. And what a shame that would be. What a shame that would be. Why did they choose to have a game on a Friday? So that they don't have to put two of the games on at the same time. That's why. So 3 games tomorrow, noon, 4, and 8. And 1 game today, Notre Dame and Indiana. As far as how they decided which game to put on Friday, they picked the game with the 2 teams that nobody cares about. That was an easy choice. Remember when the Pac-12 was around? Remember that? And they played their conference championship game on Friday night because they couldn't compete with the real conference championship games that were played on Saturday. That's why Notre Dame is playing tonight. Bud. Does that make you mad? We're going to talk about all of today's games and tomorrow's games too, and you have some games next week too. We'll run down the entire schedule of games, figure out what's coming on, when it's coming on, and all that, and figure out what we need to watch, when we need to watch it. Blah blah blah. Talk about what we're going to eat. What are we eating? I'm going out to eat tonight. Don't worry, I'll be back by 8:00. Don't know where I'm going yet. Got to figure that out. Don't know where I'm going out to eat, but we are going out to eat tonight. Got to figure that out. What else? The rigged wheel. I'm glad you reminded me. Actually, no one reminded me. There's a new Cash App for the rigged wheel. Let me make sure I changed it. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. Copy that. 10-4, over and out. There you go. There's what you need for the rigged wheel. PayPal link, Cash App link. We'll do that at the end of the show. Most of y'all have been around these kickoff shows for a while. You know the deal. We got a wheel. Everyone's name goes on it. We spin the wheel. Whatever name the wheel lands on, you can make a pick on any of these games. And if you get it right, I will send you back twice what you sent me. It's literally that easy. And y'all have been on a hot streak this year, too. I'm not going to lie. The last 2 or 3 years, y'all have been pretty bad at picking these games on the rigged wheel. By pretty bad, I mean downright horrific. But this season, y'all have done pretty well. Y'all are something like 10-3 this year, picking on the rigged wheel. So y'all have done a really good job. So I always troll y'all when y'all screw it up and get it wrong. So I figured I need to come on here and give you credit this season because y'all have done a really good job picking those games on the rigged wheel. No doubt about it. I got tickets to Michigan versus Alabama. That cost you about $12. There were no games last week, Hogman. Don't be an idiot, old meat pocket, and hit the like button. Not sure what that means. Not sure what that means. You talking about the week before, Hoghead? About 2 weeks ago? Let's see. Hogman, Oregon minus 3.5. That was a winner. Let's see. I'll have to pull up the PayPal and look, Hoghead. I don't remember. It was 2 weeks ago. All right, let's see. Log in. Proceed. If you proceed. Also, Hoghead, you have my cell phone number. You easily could have texted me at any point over the last 2 weeks, but I guess you decided to wait till today. Let's see. Activity. Hogman. Him name. Did you do PayPal or Cash App, Hoghead? You have my cell phone number. Just text me. I'm not going to spend 30 minutes trying to figure out something from 2 weeks ago on today's show. Oh, you should have already texted me. Would we be in a 12-team playoff today at 10-3? I don't know who we is. Notre Dame better win tonight, says Octavian. Wait until Ohio State man finds out that Tennessee more talented and more physical than Michigan. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, let's look at the games. Let's do it. Here we go. We'll run through the entire schedule of games up through next Saturday. All right, as previously mentioned, Ohio at Jacksonville State today at noon on ESPN. I heard yesterday that Ohio is the only team in the country that has no opt-outs, no portal players, no nothing. A full team. So for that reason and that reason alone, I like them to beat Jacksonville State. Tulane against Florida in the Gasparilla Bowl. What is Gasparilla? Isn't that a pirate festival or something? I don't know. Anyway, I like Florida to win that one. I don't know. Tulane, to me, a good team, not as good as they have been the last couple of years. And that one guy for them is not playing, and that's a big deal. I think Florida finds a way to get the win there. Indiana at Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame in that one. Neither one of these teams exactly ran a gauntlet during the regular season. I mean, what are Notre Dame's two best wins? Army and Navy? Jesus Christ. Take us seriously, woo. Yeah, your two best wins are against service academies. Actually, your three best wins are against two service academies and an ROTC school. God damn. Join a conference. Fuck. Y'all are scared shitless. But I do think you'll beat Indiana. They might be the only team that's played less people than you. And then you have tomorrow's games. SMU on the road at Penn State. Clemson on the road at Texas. And Tennessee on the road at Ohio State. I think Penn State probably beats SMU. I'm a little concerned if that quarterback for SMU, Jennings, starts running on that Penn State defense. Something weird could happen. And I do like SMU in the points to keep it closer than 8.5. But I do think Penn State finds a way to get the win at home. Their offense looked really good against Oregon in the Big Ten title game. Now, I don't know where that Penn State offense has been for the last 10 years, but it finally showed up against Oregon. That's probably the best I've seen a Penn State offense look in years. It was in that game against Oregon. If they can play anything close to that, they'll probably cover the 8.5. But I don't know. I'm going to take SMU in the points. Clemson on the road at Texas. This is the biggest point spread of any of the playoff games. Texas is a 12-point favorite. I just think that's too many points. I don't know what's going on with Quinn Ewers, but if you would have told me at the beginning of this season that Texas and Clemson were going to be playing in a first-round playoff game and that Cade Klubnik was going to be the better quarterback of the two, I'd have called you retarded. But Clemson and Texas are playing in the first round of the playoffs today, and Cade Klubnik is better than Quinn Ewers. I don't know what has happened to Quinn Ewers. I don't know. And if Texas falls behind in this game or is struggling offensively in this game and they don't put Arch Manning in, that's a fireable offense for Steve Sarkisian. I don't know why they left his ass on the bench in the Georgia game. 2 games against Georgia this year, Texas can't get a first down. At least in the first game, they tried something with Manning. No, it didn't work, but I don't know. Something's going on with Texas offensively. They only scored 17 against that ROTC school they played a few weeks ago, Texas A&M. Scored 0 points in the second half against Texas A&M. Struggled to get a first down the entire game against Georgia for the second time in a row. I don't know what's going on with them offensively. 12 points just seems like too much. I think Texas probably finds a way to win. Maybe. But I like Clemson in the points there. Tennessee at Ohio State. Ohio State favored by 7.5. I could see either team winning this game. So for that reason, I'm taking Tennessee plus the points. Neither team winning would surprise me here. I think Ohio State is leaving it all on the table today. I don't think you're going to see the same game plan you saw against Michigan, where they line up and try to bully Tennessee or big boy Tennessee. I think they're going to throw the ball around today or tomorrow. I think they're going to put the game in Will Howard's hands, and he's going to have to win it. I like Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson, the running backs for Ohio State. They're really, really good. But Tennessee's front seven is better. And if they can't protect Will Howard, they're in trouble. And Ohio State's offensive line has had issues over the course of the season. It's hard to pick against these home teams in the playoff games, especially when it comes to Tennessee, because Tennessee is an absolute fucking disaster on the road. I mean, it's hard to exaggerate how bad Tennessee is under Josh Heupel on the road. I mean, they are borderline poverty when it comes to road games. But that's against SEC teams. Ohio State can't beat the SEC at home, on the road, neutral site, on the moon, the fucking roof of a Walmart. It doesn't matter, it seems like. Ohio State is 2-14 all time against the SEC in the postseason. Ryan Day is winless. This is going to be extremely embarrassing for whoever loses. That's the thing about this game that makes me, I'll be honest, I love watching good football games, and this is going to be a good football game. But what has taken my level of excitement from here to way up here is the fact that whoever loses this game is going to get laughed off the internet. It's embarrassing no matter who loses. This is a weird situation. It's embarrassing for whoever loses. If Tennessee loses, then they're the SEC team that somehow lost to Ohio State. How the fuck do you let that happen? This is Tennessee's biggest game since 1998. And if they can't find a way to get it done against a team that's done nothing but lose to the SEC for the last 100 years, boy, it's going to be a bad situation for Tennessee. And, of course, if Ohio State loses, it's their second home loss in a row. They will have lost to Michigan at home and then turned around and lost to Tennessee at home. Ryan Day will probably find himself out of a job. And, of course, it's going to be absolutely hilarious and humiliating for the Sucknut man after they went out and spent $20 million on every player they could find. They've got the most talented roster in all of college football. But if they lose this game, all that talent's doing them little to no good. It's going to be extremely embarrassing for whoever loses this game. And I'd be lying if I said that wasn't making me look forward to that game a little bit more. So that's it for the playoff games and the games that are coming on today. But then you move into next week and you've got some games coming up. Nothing really great. Coastal Carolina at UTSA and Northern Illinois at Fresno State on Monday. On Tuesday, you've got South Florida and San Jose State in the Hawaii Bowl. On Thursday, you've got Pitt at Toledo. Wow. And Rutgers at Kansas State, along with Arkansas State at Bowling Green. Headed into Friday, Some better games on Friday start to pick up a little. Oklahoma at Navy. Come on, look, Oklahoma. You're not in the Big 12 anymore, bud. You got to win this game. Okay? Or I'm liable to come out to Norman and rip that fucking patch off your jersey because you don't deserve it if you can't beat Navy. Georgia Tech at Vandy in the Calculator Bowl. Wow. Can't wait to watch that one. Texas Tech at Arkansas. It's an interesting game. Texas Tech is a sneaky good team. Weren't they 8-4? They weren't terrible. Probably going to be even better next year. Arkansas. I don't know about Arkansas. I don't know about Sam Pittman either. Dang. Syracuse at Washington State. Is that quarterback playing? No. It's in the portal. It's in the portal. That Washington State, well, he's not in the portal anymore. He committed to Oklahoma, didn't he? Anyway, they're without their quarterback, I guess. Syracuse probably wins that one. Southern Cal at Texas A&M. Lincoln Riley's a dead man walking. Turns out Southern Cal fans were wrong, and everyone else on planet Earth was right about Lincoln Riley. Yeah, imagine that. The blind homers, the blind Southern Cal homers were wrong. And everyone else on planet Earth that can fog a mirror was right about Lincoln Riley. Dang. And then that takes us into next Saturday's games, but we'll wait until next Saturday when we do the kickoff show again to talk about those games. So there you go. That's the rundown of games that are coming up this week. So if you happen to hit the rigged wheel, those are the games you can choose from for today to try to double up your money. H Post, thank you for hitting the super chat to help support the show. He says, what are your thoughts on Beck being out for the Sugar Bowl? Also, why didn't y'all get the Peach Bowl? You don't get a choice of bowls, right? It's assigned based off of they're trying to keep somebody whatever you call it, tradition or whatever, and the SEC always plays in the Sugar Bowl. I think that's why. But don't worry, we are playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium again, but not till January 20th. Don't worry about it, bud. We've already played there twice this year, and we're 2-0 there, by the way, because we beat the fuck out of Clemson, and then we beat the fuck out of you. And then we're going to beat the fuck out of whatever dead body shows up there on January 20th, too. Yeah, but thank you for your concern in this matter. Wotod99 says, happy holidays. Yeah, happy holidays and Merry Christmas, too. Happy holidays. All right. What are y'all eating this weekend? Oh, boy. Riz chat, you're about to trigger a lot of people, bud. He took the Christ out of Christmas. Oh. Wings from Publix. Fajitas and nachos. Me and my daughter went out to eat Mexican on Tuesday night. I think it was Tuesday night. Yeah. I took her to finish up her Christmas shopping Tuesday night, and she wanted Mexican, so we went out to eat Mexican on Tuesday night. Shepherd's pie, sub sandwich, brisket. No clue. Yeah, I don't know yet either. I'm going out to eat tonight, an early dinner, because I'm going to be back here. Don't worry. Look, yes, I'm going out to eat tonight. Don't worry. I'm going out to eat early, like around 5 or 6 in that. I'll be back here before the Notre Dame Indiana game comes on. Don't worry. I'm live streaming tonight at 8. I'll be on here for the Notre Dame Indiana game. Don't worry. Don't worry. H-Post said the Gumps are down bad. That's a fact. I've checked and double checked, like Santa checking his list, and that's you ain't lying there, bud. You are not lying there. Gumbo here in Louisiana, finally cold enough. I was there last week. Wasn't cold, though. Was not cold. But we had gumbo anyway. One night, 2 nights. We had gumbo twice. Once at this restaurant we went to, Drago's, and once on a we went on one of those riverboat like jazz dinner cruise deals, and one of the appetizers that they served you was a small bowl of gumbo. Gumbo is overrated. Well, I don't. It's not my favorite Cajun dish, but I'm not going to turn it down. That's for sure. Stocky says, is Jesus the We're Back champion again this year for the 2024th year in a row? Well, it depends on how you quantify the term champion. He's in last place on the We're Back list. Because he's the furthest from being back. Notre Dame and Tennessee are 1 and 2 on the We're Back list because they're pretty close to being back. Florida and Miami are 3 and 4 on the We're Back list because they're not nearly as close to being back as Notre Dame and Tennessee are. And then a distant 5th place, way behind the other 4, would be Jesus H. Christ. Yeah. Eating oysters and peanut butter? What? Hold on now. Are you joking? You're not really putting peanut butter up on top of an oyster. No, Cafe Du Monde was open. We went. We only went once. We went Tuesday morning. But they were open. Yeah. We sat in there and ate 6 beignets. Damn. I'm slob certified, man. Between 2 of us, we when you order the beignets at Cafe Du Monde, it comes with 3 of them. So we got an order of beignets and a cup of coffee. And we ended up ordering another order of beignets. Yeah, hot sauce on oysters is good. Yeah, I do that myself, but I can't imagine putting peanut butter on an oyster. Cafe Du Monde's the best deal in New Orleans, by the way. They could charge a lot. They're so famous and so well-known and kind of touristy and all that. They could get away with charging a lot more than what they charge, and they don't. A cup of coffee and 3 beignets is like $7. I've had the char-grilled oysters at Drago's before. When I went last year, I had the char-grilled oysters, and they are really, really good. This year, I did not do the char-grilled oysters. I did alligator tacos, gumbo, French fries, and a dozen raw oysters. But yeah, well, they invented the char-grilled oysters, Drago's did. But anyway, yeah, they're really, really good there. The char-grilled oysters are really, really good. I just didn't have them this time. Go Dogs on the soundboard. I can't play much of it or it'll copyright me. There you go. I can't play much or it'll copyright me. Yeah. But there you go. Did you see the ticket prices for the Notre Dame Indiana game? No. I did not. I saw them for the Ohio State Tennessee game. They're about $90. You want me to look up the Notre Dame tickets, or what are we doing with that? Let me see if you have. No, not basketball. Not basketball. There you go. Now, can any Ohio State fan explain to me why it costs $550 to go see Notre Dame play Indiana, but only $90 to watch Ohio State play Tennessee? You might explain that to me. It's because the Big Ten doesn't give a fuck about football. It's like I've been telling you. Not like we do down here. Look at this. Look at these Notre Dame prices. Cheapest ticket, $549. You can go see the Tennessee Ohio State game for what it costs to have date night at the movies. It's really a shame what's going on at Ohio State. They've really fallen off. They've really fallen off. What do you think of the home teams having to play the visitors' hype videos? It's stupid. It's completely retarded. I don't understand. It really, you're about to get me going now. I wasn't even going to bring this up because I knew what would happen. It seems like college, I bet you a lot of people don't even know what you're talking about, so I'll explain it. But it really seems sometimes like college football goes, what can we do to get this almost right, but then screw it up somehow? Let's figure that out. Let's make a decision that seems like what the right decision, but then let's just fuck it up for no reason. Let's do that. And that's what they've done. For home playoff games, which is amazing, by the way, great kudos. Give us more home postseason home games, please. College football should be played where? On college campuses. Give us more. Thank you for doing that. About time. Thank you. They are requiring, as in you have to. The home stadium must play the visiting team's intro movie on the big screen, on the Jumbotron. If you've been to your team's home games, right before the team runs out, they'll have this little hype package that they play on the Jumbotron. You have to play the visiting team's hype package on your Jumbotron. This is insanity. It's ridiculous. I don't know how you can get so close to getting something right. It's got to be like they purposely decided to fuck it up. Hey, congratulations. You earned a home playoff game. Good job, man. Great regular season. Well, in Ohio State's case, decent regular season. And you finished ranked 5 through 8 in the final playoff ranking. You get a home playoff game. Congratulations. But you have to play the opposing team's hype video. I don't understand. I don't get it. It really seems like they purposely try to fuck it up. Mark Salyers, thank you for the super chat, bud. He says, I am so excited for these playoffs. As a lifelong Voltard, if you would have told me 5 years ago that Tennessee would be in a football playoff, I would have called you crazy. Go Vols. Well, if they keep expanding the playoffs, all kinds of shitty programs are going to end up getting in every once in a while, Mark. Trucking with Jeter, thank you for the super chat. He says, good morning, woo. Yeah, good morning. You know what's fun to do? I'll tell you what's fun to do. They They might not even have this on here. Hold on. Let me see if they do. Yeah, they do. So let's just pick a random year. 2018. College football playoff ranking. Yes. All right. 12-team playoff in 2018. Central Florida would have been in. Florida would have been in. That tells you how meaningful it is to get in at the bottom half of a 12-team playoff. Maybe Penn State, LSU, Oklahoma. These are the final playoff rankings. Let's see. 20. Just pick any other year. 2016. 2016. Wisconsin in the playoffs. Let's go. Come on now. Colorado. What? How in the hell? What? I thought Colorado hadn't been any good in 100 years and Deion saved the day. Fuck. Colorado was better before Deion. Look at this. 10-3, ranked 10th. They would have been in the playoffs. TCU would have got in the first ever one. Holy. Look. Now that's alarming. Oh, wait a minute. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Final rankings. Never mind. Oh, yeah. TCU would have been in. They would have been in. Ole Miss. Arizona. Georgia Tech. Point is, Tennessee, man, this is about what you are. You're 2014 Georgia Tech. You're 2018. You're 2018, I don't know. You're 2018 Central Florida. Right here. 2022. You're what are you? Look at Tennessee down here hanging out at number 7. All right, just kidding. Congratulations to everybody that got in the 12-team playoff. That's amazing. Seriously. That's really good. It's not a participation trophy. It really does mean something. Hey, coffee getting cold. How? There's none in there. I drank it all. Dummy. How do you get a wrench? You have to come to a Patreon. Everybody on the Patreon streams gets a wrench, but I only give them out on the Patreon streams. So the Patreon stream this week is Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So come hang out, watch the Tennessee-Ohio State game. Make sure you leave a comment, because that's the only way I have to wrench you up is is you leaving a comment on the Patreon stream. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for being on the Patreon page too. But yeah, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Come hang out, watch the Patreon stream, leave a comment, you'll get your wrench. WoTodd99 says, to fuck it up even more, some of the college football playoff games at the same time as NFL games will probably cause those games to lose ratings to the NFL. Well, I mean, what do you want college football to do about that? I mean, you've been complaining for 10 years because they play games on Tuesdays and Saturdays and shit like that. They're playing the game on a Saturday. I don't think college football should tiptoe around the NFL. Fuck the NFL. Fuck them. The NFL's going to get lower ratings on this Saturday too than they would if college football wasn't playing. So it works both ways. Let the NFL fuck their schedule up. So, I mean, college football shouldn't have to tiptoe around the fucking NFL. Tell the NFL to stop playing games on Saturday. Fuck the NFL. That's not a fuck up on college football's part. A fuck up on college football's part would be tiptoeing around the NFL for no reason. Fuck the NFL. You know where the NFL gets better ratings than college football? Big Ten country. Because nobody up there cares about college football in Big Ten country. They only care about the NFL up there. Fuck them. But what if they can't kick from playoffs? I don't know. I don't know what that means, Austin. But what if they can't kick from playoffs? I don't know what that means, Austin. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Low in the teens in Columbus tomorrow. Okay. What do you, what, and what? Was that? What? Is that it? You're just giving us, I mean, why point that out? The sun is going to rise tomorrow. Okay. What? What if they don't play the music? I don't know. They burned the stadium down. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they have to. They're going to. There is no option not to. What the hell is a fair catch kick? The Chargers made one yesterday. Yeah, I saw that. That's right. Bring the heat on the Timma that lives. That's right. Bring the heat on the Timma that lives rent-free in your head. I think spell check lives rent-free in your head. I don't mind cold in the mountains when I snow ski. Queen. More pressure on lower back, please. What? I think we get the best version of every team in the playoffs instead of like the regular season. I haven't watched a full NFL game, but what is wrong with the punt returns this year? I have no idea. I've only watched a few NFL games. I haven't noticed anything unusual about punt returns, so I'm not sure on that. First December game in Columbus, and they struggle in cold temps. I have seen Ohio State blame losses on the weather a bunch of times, which is weird. Because let me put it to you this way. You know who used? I think I mentioned this the other day. Now this blows a lot of people's minds, especially Big Ten people, particularly Ohio State people. But this blows a lot of people's minds. This is up there with my theory that college football games should be played on college campuses. This is how mind-blowing this is, what I'm about to tell you. You know, every year I come on here and I give the speech about how college football games should be played on college campuses. I know it's a mind-blowing idea. I know. What I'm about to tell you right now is right up there with that in terms of how just fucking wild it is to think about. You know who usually wins a football game? Come here. You know who usually wins the football game? The better team. Now, Ohio State fans will lose to an SEC team in a dome somewhere at a neutral site. They will then turn around and tell you, well, if this game was played up north in December in the cold, we would have won. They will then turn back around and tell the Michigan fan, we only lost to you because it was cold. So this is Ohio State man talking to the SEC man. Hey, SEC man, we only lost to you because the game was played in a dome. If the game would have been played up north in the cold, we would have won. They then turn around and tell the Michigan fan, hey, Michigan fan, we only lost to you because it was cold. If it would have been 72 and sunny, we would have won. They're retarded. They're retarded. Michigan has been better than Ohio State 3 of the last 4 years. Michigan has beat Ohio State 4 of the last 4 years. The better team usually wins. 2021, Michigan was better than Ohio State. Michigan beat Ohio State. 2022, Michigan was better than Ohio State. Michigan beat Ohio State. 2023, Michigan was better than Ohio State. Michigan beat Ohio State. 2024, Ohio State is better than Michigan, but Michigan beat them. So the better team doesn't always win, but the better team usually wins. Write that down. I should copyright that before other people start using that. Ohio State needs a dome to get back to blaming the hash marks. They have blamed hash marks. They've blamed the cold. They've blamed the snow. They've blamed the wind. They've blamed hash marks. They blame injuries. They blame the location that the game was played in. Ohio State has never lost a game because the other team was better. You talk to an Ohio State fan, they've never lost a game just because the other team was better. It's never happened. It's never happened. Chris Thomas says, super chat for finals being over and first round game on campus. Also, do you think we can go all the way with Arch at QB and get another shot at UGA? No. I think Oregon is coming out of that side of the bracket. It is, whether you play Arch or Quinn, I don't think matters. I think Oregon is coming out of that other side. If Ohio State and Notre Dame meet, Notre Dame should let Lou Holtz coach against Ryan Day. Boy, Ryan Day be so damn mad. Yeah, ban the flag planting. Can't have that. Can't have that. You know what we can have, though? PrizePicks. Y'all got signed up on here yet? I know a lot of you have. I don't know exactly how many. They don't tell me, but they seem to be satisfied with however many of you have signed up. But it's really easy to get signed up. And I've mentioned this a couple of times before, but like I live in Georgia, so I can't do FanDuel and DraftKings and all that kind of thing. But you can do PrizePicks in Georgia. And you can do it in a lot of states where you can't do the others. So make sure you check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's player props, basically. You're, instead of betting on the outcome of a game, you're betting on stat lines on individual players. So you just pick two or more players and you choose more or less on a stat line, sort of build your own parlay, and you can win up to 100 times your money. I mentioned it the other day in a video, but some of the ones that I like are Riley Leonard, less than 26.5 pass attempts. I think Notre Dame's going to run the ball. That's just what they do. What are these other ones here? Burt Auburn. 1.5 field goals. Shout out to Burt Auburn. Who the fuck is this? An NPC too? I think this might be an NPC. Burt Auburn. Yeah, Burt Auburn. Dylan Sampson. More than 93.5 rushing yards. I like that. Jeremiah Love. Yes, more than... Jeremiah Love might have 81 yards rushing in the first half. I'm taking more than 234.5 passing yards for Will Howard. There's no way Ryan Day is stupid enough and hard-headed enough to just come out here and run the ball against Tennessee, knowing it's not going to work. They are going to have to let Will Howard throw the ball. So I'm going to go over 234 passing yards for Will Howard. Tennessee's secondary can be taken advantage of if you can protect the quarterback. Georgia threw for 350 on him. Nico rush yards. Oh, man. I'm telling you, how do Tennessee fans feel about Nico running the ball? Every time I watch Nico take off running, I feel like he's about to get folded up like a lawn chair. He looks so fragile when he runs. He's not big and meaty. Maybe he'll get bigger, but he's not like somebody's bigger. Cam Newton was built like a tank. Like he could do that. I don't know. Nico looks so thin to me. How do Tennessee fans feel about him running the ball? I get worried for his safety every time he takes off running, so I don't like to do him on the rushing yards. What else is on here? Curtis Rourke, more or less than 200.5 passing yards. Less. Sorry, bud. Notre Dame secondary is no joke. They've got the best safety in the country. Top three. Top three. He's really good. That's the point. Will Cade Klubnik throw a touchdown pass? Well, he better. .5. Of course he'll throw one touchdown pass. Those are some picks I like. Now, if you decided to do all of those, how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $20 would win you 180. If you decided to do that one. Anyway, check them out. It's really easy to use. Just go to PrizePicks.com, get signed up. All you need is an email address. Get signed up. It's going to ask you for a promo code. Make sure you use Uncle Lou. One word, uppercase letters without any spaces, just Uncle Lou. And if you use that promo code and you make any $5 play over on PrizePicks, they're going to give you $50. Free, courtesy of Uncle Lou. Whether you win or lose, that $5 play is irrelevant. As soon as you make that $5 play, they're going to give you $50 free money, courtesy of Uncle Lou. But you do have to use that promo code, Uncle Lou, uppercase letters. No spaces, just Uncle Lou for the promo code. But check them out, prizepicks.com. You'll be somewhat happy that you did. Yeah. Because Georgia fans hate Bobo, can we have him, Lou? No, you'd have to fight me for Bobo. Yeah, Chris Thomas says, explain to me why Sark has the best defense and dogs the defense and praises the offense and gets mad at a reporter for asking about how bad Quinn is. That reminds me of Kirby Smart. So a lot of coaches take this approach. It's infuriating, believe me. I remember back in the Jake Fromm days, Georgia would lose a game like, 17-10 or whatever. Just couldn't do anything offensively. Held the other team to 17 points or whatever. Kirby comes out, yells about how shitty the defense is for an hour and talks about how great Jake Fromm is. And even this year, if you watch Kirby talk about Carson Beck in the middle of the season, the worse he played, the better Kirby talked about him. So I don't know if it's like almost like a therapy thing to try to help the player by pumping up the bad side. But Kirby does that too. We all know Kirby yell, scream, the whole thing on the sideline, get in the players' faces. But when it comes to talking to the press or making statements or answering questions, the worse you play, the better Kirby will talk about you. The Ole Miss game, Georgia's offensive line played that's probably the worst I've seen Georgia's offensive line play in a decade. Not the offensive line's problem. Nope. Wasn't the offensive line. Had nothing to do with it. Your eyes are lying to you. No, nothing wrong with the offensive line. Carson Beck comes out, throws 3 interceptions. Well, he did a lot of things right. You got to sit in and out of the right play. Pre-snap read, all this kind of shit. I'm like, yeah. We get all that. But he threw 3 interceptions. So I think a lot of coaches do that. Now, that's what they say in public, right? That's what they say in public. I think we all know that's probably not what is happening in the meeting rooms and at practice, right? But I just think they make the decision not to sort of to pile on a player who obviously had a terrible game. And it sounds like, now I haven't watched the Sarkisian press conference, so I don't know if this is like a pattern with Sarkisian like it is with Kirby. So I can't answer your question specifically. But Kirby does this all the time. Yeah. And it sounds like that might be what's going on with Sarkisian too. And maybe a lot of coaches do that. Maybe a lot of coaches do that. I'm all in on Stockton, seen enough winning despite Beck playing horribly. When Beck screws up, Uncle Lou goes ham, nothing better to listen to. I don't sugarcoat anything. I mean, I don't. There's been a lot of Georgia players over the last 10 years who have played really good and had good games, and I come on here and I say they played really good and they had a good game. There's been a lot of Georgia players over the last 10 years that have shit the bed, and I come on here that day or the next day and I say, yep, they shit the bed. And there's 10 years worth of evidence on this channel. Go back and find all the shit I talked about from Stetson Bennett, Carson Beck during the middle of this season. It's all over the place. I don't sugarcoat shit when it comes to Georgia, which is why there's not more Georgia fans on this channel, by the way. They're all hiding over on Dog Post and Dog Nation Daily and all those fucking Disney dog sunshine pumping channels. They ain't playing nobody. Whoever they play. Yeah. Okay. Georgia won the SEC. They're the 2 seed. Yeah. They ain't playing nobody. Georgia's beat 4 teams that are currently in the playoffs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 teams. Georgia has. Georgia's beat 4 teams that are in the playoffs, right? What? No, I take that back. I phrased that wrong. Georgia has 4 wins against teams who are in the playoffs. Georgia has 4 wins against teams who are in the playoffs. They're 4-0 against playoff teams this year. Georgia is. So none of you are. Not a single person in here. Not your team, unless you're a Georgia fan. No one else's team is 4-0 against playoff teams. But yeah, Notre Dame's the real deal. We beat the fuck out of Navy, woo. So did the Japanese, man. Nobody cares. Who gives a fuck? We beat the fuck out of Army, woo. So did the Viet Cong, man. What? Who gives a shit? We beat Texas A&M, woo. Yeah, I used to make fun of the ROTC people when I was in high school, too. Come on, man. Mike Bridges, go Dogs, buddy. Good to see you in here. Is it time? What time is it? Yeah, I got to get out of here, guys. Last chance to get your name on the rigged wheel. Did I even mention the rigged wheel at the beginning of the show? I don't remember. The Cash App has changed. I think I did mention it at the beginning of the show now that I think about it. So make sure if you're trying to get on the rigged wheel through Cash App that you look in the description of the video for the new Cash App. I had to add a second Cash App. It doesn't, for tax reasons, it doesn't matter to you one way or the other. But anyway, there's a different Cash App tag now linked to the channel as opposed to the other one, which was my original Cash App before I ever did anything on YouTube with Cash App. And then I was using this. Anyway, doesn't matter. Point is, there's a different Cash App tag. It's in the description of the video. I just posted it there. I'm about to pull up the names for the rigged wheel. And we'll see if we can give some money away today. Rigged wheel. There we go. I like it a lot. This is the rigged wheel. For those of you that don't know, these were the names on there from last time. Unfortunately, we got to get rid of those. We're going to have to add new names. We'll add everybody's name to the wheel who helped support the channel through Super Chat or PayPal. And then we will spin the wheel and see if we can give away some money. How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? Yeah, how about that? How about that? Oh, you know what I did? Well, pay no attention to that. I forgot to update that picture. That's the one from 2 weeks ago. Doesn't matter. Don't let yourself get easily confused there. I don't really do score predictions, Sharice. I took Notre Dame minus the points. I took Notre Dame minus the points. I mean, I can give you a general idea. The over-under on that game is 51.5, so they think the score is going to be something like 30-23. I like Notre Dame to cover, so I'll go 31-20 Notre Dame. But I don't do score predictions. I'm only doing that because you asked, but I don't really care what the score is. And unless I'm betting the over-under, I don't, I did bet Notre Dame. The line has moved down to 6.5, by the way. So late money coming in on Indiana. When we started the show today, Notre Dame was a 7-point favorite. They're now down to 6.5. So late money coming in on the Hoosiers, which I've been informed is a basketball skew, kind of like Tennessee and Alabama. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. So. Yep. Yeah. All right. We do got to do the we do got to do the wheel. So we're gonna start with the PayPal. Let's see what we have here. Zeus. Always count on you, buddy. Merry Christmas to you and your family, by the way, Zeus. That goes to all of you, but particularly you, Zeus. You're good people. Got you on the wheel, sir. Jay Shippus. Jay Shippus. Let's put Jay Shippus. Happy Hanukkah, Jay, to you, bud. You going down to see Celine this weekend, or when you going to go down on Christmas Day to see him, or what? What day you headed down there, bud? Jackpot. Merry Christmas, Jackpot. Jackpot's my buddy. I like Jackpot. Jackpot. Yeah. Have to. Well, I guess technically you don't have to, but I choose to. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I choose to. Bobo's headset. Let's get Bobo's headset on the wheel. Happy Kwanzaa. Bobo's headset. Happy Kwanzaa, bud. I would tell you Feliz Navidad, but somebody told me Trump banned that. Is that true? Trump banned Feliz Navidad, deported it. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read that on Fox News. Breaking Parallels. Those poor Parallels. What did they do to you, man? What did they do to you? Breaking Parallels in that. Yeah. Trucking with Jeter. I think I'm just going to put Jeter, but I promise to remember that it's Trucking with Jeter. Merry Christmas to the two of you as well. Let's see. Who this is? Jacob R. Jacob R likes the taters to cover. I do too. So I don't know whether that's good or bad for you, but I also like the taters. Jacob, Merry Christmas, sir. Yeah. And 2. Is this a rare Millis vanillus sighting? Meli Kalikimaka. Millis. Meli Kalikimaka, bud. Yeah. Meli Kalikimaka to you and yours. That. All right. I think I got everybody. All right. Yeah, we got everybody. Oh, yeah, you're right, Paul. Yep. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, for Billy Paul. All right. There we go. How's that look? How's that look? Looks good, don't it? Yeah, it do. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Slaw. Who do you think South Carolina will beat Butthead's dad? I don't know who that is. But I'll pick South Carolina anyway. Yeah, Mike, give me a number. Colby, your wedding is rigged, bud. Mike says 4. Your wedding is rigged, Colby. You're getting married on playoff Saturday outside in a barn, dude. That's rigged as fuck. Up there with the hee-haw routine. Am I supposed to wear duck boots or cowboy boots to this wedding? No, I can't use super chats for cash giveaways. Mike Nixon says 4. So today's number is 4. All right, we're going to spin the wheel 4 times. Good luck to everybody. The 4th name will be the winner. Jacob was the first name. Here's spin number 2. 4 spins today. We're looking for the 4th name. Jacob again? Dang. It might be rigged. It might really be rigged. Here's the 3rd spin. Don't tell me it's going to be Jacob again. Look at this. This is rigged as fuck. And Jacob 3 times in a row. All right, here comes the winner. Don't tell me this is going to be Jake. There's no way. There's no way. That has to be rigged, man. That's never happened. That's rigged as fuck. That is rigged. I'm not going to lie. I can't even defend that. I can't even defend that. I walked up to a roulette wheel. We were in Vegas last week. I mean, not Vegas, New Orleans, at the Caesars there. And I walked by a roulette wheel that had hit black 13 times in a row. 13 straight blacks in a row. Well, I'm an idiot, so I'm like, red is coming. So I walked up and started betting on red. 14th spin, black again. 15th spin, black again. 16th spin, black again. 17th spin, black again. The 18th spin, 00, green. Still didn't hit red. 19th spin, black. 20th spin, black. 21st spin, black. 22nd spin, black. 23rd spin, 00. Again, another green. I got mad and walked away. That roulette wheel was rigged. And now the kickoff show wheel is rigged. Congratulations, Jacob. Let me write this down. Uh-oh. Drop something. Don't matter. Don't care. Broke the TV. Don't care. All right. Rigged wheel. Playoff round 1. Jacob R. And he says Clemson to cover. So we're going to look at the most up-to-date line for Clemson, and it is Clemson plus 12. So Jacob is on Clemson plus 12. That game's tomorrow at 4. Jacob, if Clemson covers the 12, I will send you back twice what you sent me. If they do not cover the 12, I will send you back your money. You'll just refund, basically. Appreciate all y'all helping to support the show this morning. Can you pay off me too, Jay? That mean I'm suing. Skip me 3 times too many. Yeah, I've never seen it hit the same name I've seen it hit the same name twice. I don't even think I've ever seen it hit the same name 3 times in a row. That hit the same name 4 times in a row. That was wild. That was wild. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I can't even defend that. Now, y'all call the wheel rigged every week, no matter what happens with the spins and all. It's become a joke now, but I can't even defend that. I can't even defend that. Well, that's the thing about probabilities of wheel spins, H-post. The probability of it landing on any name is exactly the same on every single spin. Every spin is independent of the previous spin. So the odds are the same that it lands on Jacob's name on the 4th spin as it was to land on Jacob's name in the 1st spin. It's like flipping a coin. If you flip a coin 10 times and it lands on heads all 10 times, on the 11th flip, it's still a 50-50 chance that it'll land on heads the 11th time. Spin it again. Slaw. For Honda Billy Slaw. Bobo's headset. Breaking parallels. Now back to Jacob again. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget, I'll be back on tonight at 8 o'clock for the Notre Dame-Indiana game. I know most of you are going to be watching, so come hang out. We have a good time during the game streams. If you've never hung out with us during one of the game streams, we do have a really good time. So come back by the channel tonight at 8 o'clock. We're going to hang out and watch it. I've got a very special guest that will be here with me live in the YouTube studio, hanging out to watch this playoff game tonight. So make sure you come check that out. You'll be glad you did. Yeah. You'll go ahead and be glad that you did that there. I think there's at least a possibility. That you'll be glad you did. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50 All right. If for some reason I don't see some of you until after Christmas, seriously, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope y'all enjoy the holidays in the next couple of weeks leading up to New Year's. I hope to see most of you before that with the playoffs being this weekend. But if for some reason I don't, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you get to spend time with family, friends, get you some good food, whatever. I hope you get what you want for Christmas and not what you deserve. Have a good morning.